Hey everyone, Gil here, Grayman Prepping. On today's episode of Your Prep for Today, we are covering the number 500th Your Prep for Today. And we are circling back to water. Why water again? If you haven't been listening, water is one of the rules of three. First rule of three, 3 minutes without air, the average person dies. Second rule of three, 3 days without water, the average person dies. Third rule of three is 3 weeks without food, the average person dies. Water is very important, and unfortunately, water has become a mainstay for a lot of things in our modern lives, not just drinking. Bathing, cooking, washing clothes, watering the garden, cleaning the house. Water gets used everywhere because we've made it very easy to get a hold of. But in a disaster situation or an SHTF or Tawaki situation, you're not going to have all that water, and you're going to need to limit it and meter it out carefully for how you're going to be using it. And tonight I want to talk to you specifically about cooking water, water to use in the kitchen to cook with. Now, if you're cooking with it, it needs to be what's called potable water, water that you can drink and use, internally. Whereas some things can be non-potable water, like for washing your hands, washing your clothes, flushing your toilet, washing your, whatever around the house. But this is potable water that you're not going to use for drinking. You're not going to count it in your drinking allotment, but you need it to cook with. Now, sometimes this water doesn't get used all the way. Basically, it's like you boil noodles, and then you go and drain it, so you have all this water left over. That's cooking water you've used, but you're just not going to dump it out. You can reuse it elsewhere in the garden, and whatever you want to use it for, flushing toilets, whatever else. So, in setting up your water supply, you need to make sure you have plenty of water for cooking besides water for drinking. All right? So, keep adding to your preps: water, food, medicine, clothing, learn new skills. Beef up your supplies this winter, because this winter, well, let me put it this way. You don't want to end up like this.